Are you feeling like the language which you are studying is useless? Well, let me tell you from the very start of this video that no, it is not useless.
But Edgar, it doesn't make me any money.
I get that. But throughout this video, I will explain why your efforts in whatever language it may be that you are studying are not in vain. So to start off, the Merriam-Webster dictionary says that something that is useless is something that has no use. I mean, that's pretty common, that's common knowledge, isn't it? Well, if that is the case, then why would something that brings you genuine interest, joy, and gives you purpose be useless? Just the fact that it can bring you a little bit of happiness is already a sign that it is not useless, even though people may try to put you down for learning said language. Now let me make this clear. If you are learning a language and you feel like you are wasting your time, like you just don't like this language, why am I even learning this?
I don't feel like learning this.
Then, I don't have any time for it. Then that is no longer a problem with the language itself, because the vast amount of people, whether it be from hundreds to thousands to millions of people that speak that language, they are perfectly fine with being able to learn it, actually learning it and being able to speak it. So if the issue is, and they speak it with all content in the world, because some people, that may be the only language that they speak. So what I'm coming down to is, if there's a language that you dislike, that is not the language's fault. I'm sorry to put it as bluntly as this, but it is your fault for not putting the right time, the right consideration into your goals and into your time management, really. Because if you feel like this language is not for you, then it is as simple as dropping it. There's no need to complain about it. There is no need to go all crazy about it.
Oh, I hate this language because I hate this language because of...
No, you don't have to hate any language because of anything. If you do not like a language, nobody is forcing you to study it. Sometimes we even need breaks from languages, and that's perfectly okay. Just like a relationship, sometimes they need breaks. So sometimes you have to prepare yourself, not just to be able to justify to your parents, for example, why you're learning a language, but also to yourself. Why am I learning this language? If you feel like you're wasting your time, then maybe it's time to start thinking to yourself, does this language make me happy? Does this language bring me genuine interest? Do I like the shows in this language? Do I like doing things in this language? Do I like conversing to native speakers in this language? You have to find a reason as to why you like it. And it doesn't have to be the best reason in the world. It doesn't have to make you a millionaire. It doesn't have to be because it'll help you go into medical school. It can be something as simple as, it makes me happy. But be prepared to explain to yourself why you're learning a language. Because when you're making a commitment this long, this grand, you have to have a reason as to why you are committing to it. It doesn't have to be a great reason, but it has to be a reason, period. Language learning is a commitment, and just like any other commitment, it has to be respected. Also, remember the fact that despite languages being quote-unquote useless in certain regards, so maybe somebody will tell you, why are you learning Japanese? You're never going to go to Japan. You're not doing anything in Japan. Why are you learning Japanese? How's that going to help you? Learn Chinese instead. How about learning French instead? How about learning... Listen. No matter what language you're learning, no matter how quote-unquote useless it is in your context, do not disregard the health benefits of learning a second language or a third language or a fourth or fifth language, okay? When you are learning languages, it actually helps your brain delay the symptoms of Alzheimer's by 5 years. That is something significant. If you've never met somebody with Alzheimer's, consider yourself lucky. I myself have seen people with Alzheimer's, and it is the saddest thing ever. And if I could have found a way to help them avoid that, or at least, help them before it actually came into effect, prolong the time that they were healthy, I would have wholeheartedly tried to help them and encourage them to actually continue down an avenue which would allow them to stay mentally fit for as long as possible. So not only does it have its, it brings me joy benefits and your personal goals or whatever it may be, whether it be monetary or, sentimental or historical or whatever your interest may be, but there's also the fact that it helps you in a health sense. It helps you stay healthy. Other than the fact that it also helps you, with organization, multitasking. It also helps you with concentrate. It helps you with a lot of things. Language learning is incredible, and actually I will leave a link below to a few studies which you can read if you're interested to find out more about the health benefits of language learning. And if you feel like you are learning a language and it's useless because there's so little speakers to this language. Well, fear not, because it is actually those languages with the fewest speakers, or I don't want to say the fewest, like one remaining speaker, but it is usually the languages with few native speakers that have the highest demand for interpreters and are actually giving out the highest paid jobs, because those are skills that not many people have. So people are willing to pay more money to do that sort of work. It is a great work opportunity, actually. So if you learn a language that is little spoken, do not fear that you will not be able to get a job. I will assure you that people will not only revere you for being able to speak that language, but will also try to offer you great opportunities, because of the reason that, well, not many people actually speak that language. So you are unique in that sense, or you would be unique in that sense. Other than translators, there are a bunch of other career options that you could choose. I will leave a list of careers below which you can do with languages. Yeah, no, definitely. Languages are something that can help you in every single aspect when it comes to monetary gain, jobs, and etc, etc. And actually, about the excitement that I mentioned previously, it is usually speakers of little spoken language that will go crazy when you're able to speak their language, and that feeling is such a great feeling. It is a feeling of not only validation but love of it. The other person is amazed that you are interested in their culture, but you are also so grateful that they are acknowledging your hard efforts that span, whether that be days, weeks, months, or even years. It is really a great thing. For example, when I was in Kyrgyzstan, people would admire me for speaking just a little bit of Kyrgyz, just a few phrases. Wow, your Kyrgyz is great. Oh my goodness, look at what you know. When I was in, I've been in so many different places where I say just a few phrases of the local language and they go crazy, But if you go to France and, if you go to France and you mention, if you say something in French, people won't even bat an eye because they expect you to speak their language. It's kind of, unfortunately, that's rooted in deeper topics that go all the way down to colonialism and, world expectations and so on and so forth. But this is not a politics channel. This is not a geopolitics channel. This is a channel about language learning. So let's keep it on that. My point is that French speakers, English speakers will not care if you speak English, but speakers of a small language like Kyrgyz, Quechua, Mayan, you name it, will always be astounded when you're able to speak their language, which is a great cultural interaction when you're able to do that. It truly is. There's no way of explaining it with words. If you want an example of like the reactions that I'm talking about these wonderful experiences, I recommend that you watch Xiaoma, or that you watch Lao Shu's videos. Actually, those are two very good YouTubers. Unfortunately, Lao Shu is no longer uploading videos. He passed away earlier on this year, but his videos that are still up are great, and I truly do recommend that you all go ahead and watch his videos. He would learn very little known languages and make them be known to the public light through his videos. I thought that's a very respectable thing in my opinion. If anybody ever tells you, well, the language that you're learning is useless, or why would you even learn that language, be confident and respond to them with the reasons that you have brought up, that you have been able to think up because of the advice given in this video. Be able to say, you know what? I learned this language because it makes me happy. I learned this language because it interests me. Why does it interest me? Because it interests me. Be prepared to, you never have to justify yourself to anyone. But if you do feel like having to justify yourself, be sure to have somewhat of your reason so that you don't feel dumbfounded afterwards. Be able to know why you're doing something so that you're happy while you do it. And you know that this is for a bigger cause, that this is for something more important than just, man, I'm learning this because it's cool, but like, kind of suck. I'm just gonna give up. You need a proper reason so that you do not lose motivation. Actually, I made this video great in part for the people who feel like their motivation is waning in their target language due to the fact that they feel like it's just not it's just not the language for me. It's not the correct language. This language is too hard. This language is too difficult. This language is not. It's not going to give me that much benefit. This video is for those people who are doubting their language abilities and doubting their language learning journey. And I'm just here to tell you that no, it is not useless. Everything that you're doing, every single minute, every single second that you're putting in is worth it. All those years of practice will be worth it. I promise you. And this video was just to give some motivation. I truly do love you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. This has been Lanko, a little bit more of an emotional video, personal video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe on this video. I'll see you in the next video. This has been Lanko. See you all later.